Swans have long been symbols of grace, transformation, and mystery in mythology and literature. Their striking white plumage, elegant movements, and deep associations with water make them powerful figures in storytelling across cultures. Often linked to beauty, love, and spiritual transcendence, swans also carry themes of sorrow, metamorphosis, and fate. From ancient myths to classical literature and modern fairy tales, the swan has remained a compelling symbol of both the ephemeral and the eternal. One of the most well-known examples of swan symbolism comes from Greek mythology in the story of Zeus and Leda. According to the myth, Zeus transformed into a swan to seduce or, in some versions, assault Leda, a mortal queen of Sparta. Their union resulted in the birth of Helen of Troy, whose beauty would later ignite the Trojan War. The swan in this story represents both divine power and the complexities of love, desire, and fate. Zeus's transformation also highlights the swan's connection to metamorphosis, a theme that appears in many other myths involving these birds. Another Greek myth involving swans is the legend of Cygnus. There are multiple versions of Cygnus's story, but one of the most famous tells of a close companion of Phaeton, the son of Helios, who was struck down by Zeus after losing control of the sun chariot. Grieving, Cygnus mourned so deeply that the gods took pity on him and transformed him into a swan, allowing him to forever glide over the waters in sorrow. This tale reinforces the swan's connection to loss and mourning, as well as its association with the heavens, as the constellation Cygnus is named after this legend. Swans also appear in Norse mythology, where they are linked to the Valkyries, the warrior maidens of Odin. According to some legends, certain Valkyries could transform into swans, donning feathered cloaks that gave them their shape-shifting abilities. If a human managed to steal such a cloak, the Valkyrie would be bound to him, often resulting in tragic love stories. This reinforces the swan's role as a symbol of beauty and mystery, as well as its connection to fate and the divine. In Celtic mythology, swans were often seen as messengers of the otherworld. The Irish tale of the children of Lyre tells of 4 siblings who were cursed by their jealous stepmother to live as swans for 900 years. During their time in this form, they retained their human voices and became known for their sorrowful, haunting songs. When the curse was finally broken, they aged rapidly and died, symbolizing the themes of endurance, transformation, and the fleeting nature of life. This story reflects the swan's role in representing both suffering and transcendence. The swan's symbolism extends into literature as well. In Hans Christian Andersen's The Ugly Duckling, a young bird is mocked and rejected for being different, only to later transform into a beautiful swan. This tale emphasizes themes of personal growth, self-discovery, and the idea that true beauty emerges over time. The story has remained an enduring metaphor for those who feel out of place but later find their true worth. In poetry and classical literature, swans are often used as symbols of poetic inspiration, artistic refinement, and even death. The phrase swan song originates from the ancient belief that swans, usually silent, sing a beautiful song before dying. This idea appears in works by poets such as Virgil and Shakespeare, where the swan's final song represents the beauty of a last farewell. John Keats, in his romantic poetry, also used swans to symbolize fleeting beauty and artistic immortality. Swans continue to hold symbolic meaning in modern literature and film, often embodying dualities: grace and sorrow, purity and desire, transformation and tragedy. From their roles in ancient myths to their place in contemporary storytelling, swans remain an enduring symbol of the complexities of the human experience. Whether representing love, fate, or the journey of self-discovery, these elegant creatures remind us of the delicate balance between beauty and suffering, the mortal and the divine.